Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are not at South Mountain Raceway. We are in my driveway. And I don't know if you can see the raindrops in the car behind me. Yeah, the streets are still wet. They canceled. Thankfully they canceled before I even headed out today. I got up, looked at the interwebs, and sure enough they were canceled. So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. On the bright side, I'm still tied for first in sportsman points. So anyway, today I'm just going to talk about kind of what my plans are for this upcoming season, show off my new wheels and tires because at least they look good sitting on the car, and have a little rant about the chief donut maker on the Dodge contest, which is why I'm wearing my Mopar hat talking about a Chevy, because I feel I'm more qualified. First things first, here are the new shoes on the rental Camaro, aka Bullseye, because everybody backs into this thing. They are VMS racing wheels wrapped in 305 4517 Mickey Thompson ET Street SS. I went with the SS for days like today. They kind of have rain grooves in them. I don't know if if you're familiar with tire, you know what they look like, but they have rain grooves in them as opposed to the R's. But you know, because I'm gonna be driving this thing to the track, and if I would get stranded, have a storm blow in, I can at least slowly make my way home, hopefully. My wife did have these on her last Hellcat, and it went like 150, 151, 60, so I'm not worried about hooking up because this thing's not making a whole bunch of power. It's just a stock Camaro, probably a high 11, even with these tires. So anyway, that's my tires. I guess next up we'll talk about what we're doing this season. So what are we doing this season? Well, we're running points at South Mountain Raceway in Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania. I'm going to be running the Camaro in the Sportsman class, which is street. NHRA renamed it Sportsman a couple years back for whatever reason, probably because the car doesn't need to be street legal, whatever. So it's 1150 and slower in the quarter. I think it's 735 is the cutoff in the eighth. DOT tires, mufflers, that's pretty much it. No electronics, leave off the foot brake. So we're gonna be running that. So I guess my goals for this year is, I think 2 years ago when I ran points with my stock pickup, I finished 9th. I'd like to finish top 8. Ideally top 5. There's some really tough racers in there, so if I can go top 8, I'd be happy. I want to make bracket finals again. That's something I did for the first time ever 2 years ago. I think I lost 4th round, so that was pretty cool, going some rounds with a pickup truck. And finally, I want to win an event. I've never won an event in Sportsman. I made the finals once 2 years ago. So I want to win an event this year, make bracket finals, and finish top 8. I think they're realistic goals. I mean, you know, there's a lot of tough racers in the class, and I'm not super familiar with my car. I mean, I've ran it last season, but now, as you saw, I have the Radials on it, so it's going to take me a little bit just to get used to launching it and doing it consistently. So I'm not super bummed we got rained out today, just because I would like to get a test and tune under my belt before I went right into competition with the car and just kind of feel out some tire pressure and launch RPM and that kind of stuff. So that's the main thing. I'm sure I'll be making some trips up to Beaver. It's kind of my home quarter-mile track. I grew up racing there, so it's kind of always like going home for me up there as well. Maybe do some Friday night stuff up there, take a day off work or something, or I know they do some street car stuff on Saturdays. Same with Cecil. I want to do a streetcar shootout there on a Saturday, first Saturday every month, run Super Street. Mason-Dixon has some sort of Saturday night street shootout thing, streetcar dial-in. Sounds like it's up my alley, so I wouldn't mind trying that as well. I was trying to make a streetcar takeover down at VMP, but in June, I don't think I'm going to make that just because I have too much like adult real life stuff going on, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make it down to there. I was going to run 12.0 index in that, but we'll see. But anyway, like I always say, if you're not having fun, don't do it. So I'm looking forward to it, just to have some fun and kind of get away from all the stress of real life and just get out there and beat on the cars a little bit and have some fun. So that's what we're looking at racing wise this year. Of course, we're going to be doing cruise nights and stuff like that, maybe a car show or two, but I'm not really a car show guy. Just go out driving around, have some fun with our friends. So stay tuned to the channel, so there'll be a little bit of everything coming up. Alright, so my last little spiel here, and I'll get off my soapbox in a minute, is the Chief Donut Maker contest for Dodge. For those of you that don't know what this is, Dodge had a contest where you submitted a video why you should be their chief donut maker. You're basically a brand ambassador, spokesman for the brand. You get $150,000 in the use of a Hellcat for a year, and then you make appearances for Dodge at various events throughout the country, which sounds like quite the gig. And I did not enter, so no, I did not enter for it. I was just too lazy to make a video and enter. But the guy they picked, and I'm not familiar with the guy, apparently had a video on YouTube that is now private saying why he will never buy another Dodge. He wants nothing to do with the brand, nothing to do with the community. But this is the guy that Dodge picked to win the contest. And I'm sure this was more of a PR company, marketing company, whatever, that picked this guy. But, like, how do you not vet this guy? Like, why this guy? I can think of a couple people in my head just that I know in my area that are just absolutely diehard. They bleed Mopar blue. They're full-on Mopar or no car people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Mopars. That's kind of the cars that got me, or, you know, Mopar kind of got me hooked on cars. My parents had a big block Dart when I was a teenager that they drag raced. So I always tell people I'm a car guy with a soft spot for Mopars, but obviously watch my videos. I have a Camaro, I have a Corvette. So I'm not like diehard Mopar, but everybody makes good cars as far as I'm concerned. Everybody makes junk too. But yeah, so to pick this guy that literally made a video bad-mouthing the brand, and then this is your guy, like, how? So I'm curious what happens when this guy gets to an event, and if he gets booed off stage or punched or something along those lines. But yeah, just come on, Dodge, you got to do better. I mean, I don't know what's that saying, or what's that saying about you, or like the community. Like, I'm trying not to make this 10-minute rant video, but I mean, the car community's changed over the years, and even Mopar guys, like I remember Mopar guys back when my parents were Mopar people, and it is different now. But I mean, the guy just flat out says he doesn't want anything. Well, he said he does not want to own another one or be part of the community. So I guess if you give him $150,000, he'll use one for a year, but again, and represent the community he doesn't want to be a part of. So that's why I'm wearing my Mopar hat while I'm talking about a Chevy, because I'm probably a better brand ambassador than this clown. But anyway, that's enough of me ranting. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. There'll be some better videos coming. I know the last two was kind of talking about what I'm doing. I've just been kind of busy lately, and Mother Nature didn't cooperate today for racing. Imagine that. So hopefully get back out here soon and having some fun. But anyway, again, thanks for tuning in, and maybe I'll see you at the buyback window after first round, because I suck. Later.